Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
ब्राह्मण उवाच त्वं कश्यसि को वायम् शयानो यस्य शोचसि जानासि किं सखायं माम् येनाग्रे विचचारतः ब्राह्मण उवाच का त्वं कश्यसि को वायम् शयानो यस्य शोचसि जानासि किं सखायं माम् जानासि किं सखायं माम् येनाग्रे विचचर्तः ब्राह्मण उवाच पापं कश्यसि को वायम् शयानो यस्य शोषसि शयानो यस्य शोचसि जानासि किं सखायां माम् येनाग्रे विचचर्तः ब्राह्मण उवाच का त्वं कश्यासि को वायम् शयानो यस्य शोचसि जानासि किं सखायं माम् येनाग्रे विचचर्तः ब्राह्मण उवाच का त्वं कश्यासि को वायम् शयानो यस्य शोचसि जानासि किं सखायं माम् येनाग्रे विचचर्तः
ब्राह्मण उवाच आतं कस्यासि को वायम् शयानो यस्य शोचसि जानासि किं सखायं माम् येनाग्रे विचचर्तः
त्वं कस्यासि को वायम् शयानो यस्य शोचसि जानासि किं सखायं माम् येनाग्रे
विचचर्तः ब्राह्मण उवाच का त्वं कस्यासि को वायम् शयानो यस्य शोचसि जानासि किं सखायं माम्
Brahmana uvacha. The learned Brahmana said, Ka, who, Tvam, you, Kasya, whose, Asi, are you, Kaha, who, Va, or, I am this man, Shayanaha, lying down, Yasya, for whom, Shochasi, you are lamenting, Janasi, Kim, do you know, Sakhayam, friend, Mam, me, Yena, with whom, Agre, formerly, Vichachartha, you consulted, Ha, certainly. The Brahmana inquired as follows, who are you? Whose wife or daughter are you? Who is this man lying here? It appears you are lamenting for this dead body. Don't you recognize me? I am your eternal friend. You may remember that many times in the past you have consulted me.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. When a person's relative dies, renunciation is automatically visible. Consultation with the super soul seated within everyone's heart is possible only when one is completely free from the contamination of material attachment. One who is sincere and pure gets an opportunity to consult with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his Paramatma feature sitting within everyone's heart. The Paramatma is always the Chaitya Guru, the spiritual master within, and he comes before one externally as the instructor and initiator, spiritual master. The Lord can reside within the heart, and he can also come out before a person and give him instructions. Thus, the spiritual master is not different from the super soul sitting within the heart. An uncontaminated soul or living entity can get a chance to meet the Paramatma face to face. Just as one gets a chance to consult with the Paramatma within his heart, one also gets a chance to see him actually situated before him. Then one can take instructions from the super soul directly. This is the duty of the pure devotee, to see the bona fide spiritual master and consult with the super soul within the heart. When the Brahmana asked the woman who the man lying on the floor was, she answered that he was her spiritual master and that she was perplexed about what to do in his absence. At such a time, the super soul immediately appears, provided the devotee is purified in heart by following the directions of the spiritual master. A sincere devotee who follows the instructions of the spiritual master certainly gets direct instructions from the heart, from the super soul. Thus, a sincere devotee is always helped directly or indirectly by the spiritual master and the super soul. This is confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Guru Krishna Prasade Paya Bhakti Lata Bhij. If the devotee serves his spiritual master sincerely, Krishna automatically becomes pleased. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasadaha. By satisfying the spiritual master, one automatically satisfies Krishna. Thus, the devotee becomes enriched by both the spiritual master and Krishna. The super soul is eternally the friend of the living entity and always remains within him. The super soul has always been ready to help the living entity even before the creation of this material world. It is therefore stated here, Enagre Vichachartha. The word agre means before the creation. Thus, the super soul has been accompanying the living entity since before the creation. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshai Shunyavadi Pashata Deshatarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaiti Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Brahmana uvacha Tatvam kashyasi ko vayam Shayano yasya shochasi
यस्य शोचसि
Janasi kim sakayam mam
जानासि किं सखायं माम्
yenagre vichachartaha.
येनाग्रे विचचर्तः
The Brahmana inquired as follows, who are you? Whose wife or daughter are you? Who is this man lying here? It appears you are lamenting for the dead body. Don't you recognize me? I am your eternal friend. You may remember that many times in the past you have consulted me. Now this is the Paramatma feature. Now who is lying down? That is the spiritual master. I think the name is Madhyageha. Correct? And as in this situation the spiritual master is not giving guidance, immediately something happens, the Paramatma comes in. So ultimately, actually, Prabhupada says, mercy is of Krishna. We sing also the Guru Ashtaka in the morning. What does it says? Yes, what is the first paragraph? No, that Mangalarti.
सरदावानललितलोक प्राणाय प्राप्तस्य कल्याणस्य वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणारविन्द.
Very good. Take care. So Prapta se Kalyana means from the ocean of mercy, the Guru brings some mercy. Okay? He brings Krishna's mercy. It is said very nicely, Krishna has many great qualities. He is extremely beautiful. He is, the control of the universe. There are many greatness of Krishna. But Prabhupada says in one purport, the greatest greatness of Krishna is that he is feeling compassion for the living entities who are wrought in this world. That is his greatest greatness. He still has compassion on the living entities who are rotting in the material world. That's the nature of Krishna. Now the Guru brings mercy from there. And when for some reason the Guru is not able to speak to you, Paramatma from the heart will speak. So this is, but basically the Paramatma is always ready to guide, and as very strong statements are there, the Guru represents the Paramatma walking outside. Just like we cannot see Krishna today. So what do we see? We see the deities. Correct? Krishna has made arrangement. Or you can consult me. Like you can say, oh, Arjuna was very fortunate. He had Krishna to consult. Who am I having? Yes, you have the Guru. The Guru Parampara is there. Okay, that's the principle. So you want to see Krishna, you cannot see Krishna. Deity is there. Now for a yogi who goes to the forest, Shri Radha Govinda ki. So yogi who goes to the forest to take darshan of the Lord, and after many years of tapasya he sees the deity within his heart, you can do the same thing easily. You take darshan of the deity, there is no difference. Otherwise people are fools that the deities are worshipped so elaborately. Okay. The same way you want to consult the Paramatma who is accompanying you. So Paramatma gives you guidance as Guru. But at the same time you want to take instruction and the Guru is not present for some reason, Paramatma will continue the work. Because that is his work. If somebody wants to, the Paramatma accompanies the living entity. It is said in this purport very nicely, agre, even before the creation. Because that is Krishna's, always he is a guide, no? He is always a guide. Even in the spiritual world, he is guiding the living entity. So always the Lord is accompanying the living entity. When you go back to the spiritual world, at that time you directly see the Lord in front of you. There is no need of Paramatma accompanying you at that moment. The Lord is saying Paramatma is Krishna now. in his pastimes, you see him directly face to face. The Paramatma in the material world is not doing any, Rasa Leela or this Leela, that Leela. No, he's the same Krishna, but he's just doing one purpose. He's come to give guidance. Now, as we said, sometimes some people say, can we understand this by logic? You can. Just like logically we can understand we are not the body by concluding that consciousness cannot come from matter. It's logical. Matter is dead, but I am alive, I am aware, I have free will, I have thinking, feeling, willing. Matter cannot have all this. In spite of all that so-called attempt on AI, matter is dead. Only the scientists create more and more illusion, that's why. Matter is dead. The next level, okay, you understand we are not the body, we are a spirit soul. By logic, you can advance Krishna conscious way to perceive it, but by logic you can understand you are not the body. Second way you can understand, Shukadeva Goswami says in the second canto of Bhagavatam, you can understand that Paramatma is accompanying you because there is continuous guidance you are getting. All the time we have guidance within our heart. Okay, don't do like that, do like that, this should not good. So this is coming from where? This is coming from Paramatma. So Paramatma within the heart is continuously guiding the living entity. This is second. This we can also understand. And the third is coming about, the first one is we can understand logically I am the body, I am spirit, soul, because I am conscious, the body cannot be conscious, matter is dead. You can understand how the Paramatma resides within me, because always somebody is guiding me. I can understand that. That guidance is the Lord Himself. It's not that accidentally you're walking in a dense forest, accidentally there is a noise, turn right. Now that sound cannot be created by accident, it is actually somebody guiding you. Correct? So somebody introspective can actually understand the Paramatma within the heart. But somebody not introspective cannot understand. For Hiranyakashipu, it is said, when you are searching for the Lord to kill him, the Lord entered his heart. Why? Because he is not introspective. Introspective will understand he is an idiot. He is not. He is always running after madness to kill Vishnu. And it is said Vishnu entered his heart. Why? Because the symbolism is given, because such a man like Hiranyakashipu does not introspect. Therefore, if your mind is calm and peaceful, then only self-realization comes. Evam prasanna manasaha bhagavad bhakti yogataha. You can only understand Bhagavad Bhakti and elements of Krishna consciousness, the science of Krishna consciousness, only when the mind is calm. You cannot understand. And prasanna, you are peaceful and happy. Then you can understand the spiritual truths, that I am not the body, Paramatma is accompanying me, it's fact. But where a disturbed mind can understand all this. And finally, we can also introspect that I am looking for continuous happiness. But in this world, continuous happiness does not exist. Therefore, kingdom of God is there. Vaikuntha, when there is no, we are looking for continuous happiness, but in this world there is so much interruption. Because I am looking for that, that has to exist, and that is the spiritual world. So we conclude all the three conclusions. Number one, we are not body or spirit, soul. Why? Anybody can tell me? Logically.
Because we have come from Krishna, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, because we have come from Krishna's creation, we have not come directly. When Krishna created and initiated Karanodakshai Vishnu, when he initiated the process of creation, then only all have come.
See what happens. These, no, wait a minute, wait. Wonderful. But I am talking for a common man. Suppose common man comes to you, that Bhagavad Gita has three conclusions, Guhyat, Guhyatara, Guhyatamam. Okay? Now the first conclusion of Bhagavad Gita is that you are not the body. For a common man, how will you convince him? Not this Karnodaksha, Vishnu, all that he doesn't believe. Logically, common sense, how do you convince him?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, we can say that the body is always changing, but the you inside,
you are not changing. Like I can see my photograph when I was in
Correct.
infant and all that.
So some logic. Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good,
Can
very good.
Prabhupada give an example of a dead body and a living body?
Yes,
The difference only is the
very good.
soul. Yeah.
Okay, so you have logic. You always, when we talk to atheists, you should begin with logic. Okay, today we are not talking, but you should be trained. Prabhupada used to talk to his devotees as an atheist, and he used to debate with them. So that time you have to use common sense, hai? You have to use logic. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu debated with Buddhist, he did not use Shastra because they don't accept the Shastra. Okay? So when you're talking to the common man, he say how to accept the three main conclusions of Bhagavad Gita, you should always be ready. Okay? Now the second one, we say the Paramatma is accompanying the soul. How do you convince people about the second one?
Because you keep on getting the intuition within the heart.
Yes.
But that means somebody is there to guide you.
There's Prabhupada has a big, there is a big Prabhupada memory by Govinda Dasi. You can see that. And Govinda Dasi, one of that, I don't know, one devotee, very nicely she explains. One day Prabhupada started talking about intuition. He said intuition is actually nonsense in the sense, says suppose you come to a temple, okay, you have visited, okay, and then you want to look for Prasadam hall and you immediately start going there. So how is it on earth you come to know Prasadam hall? That means you have come there before. Correct. That's the only way. You have come there before or somebody is guiding you. There is no other way. So similarly, the scientists are seeing the living entities have intuition. Just like a small child is born, he knows where is the food. Intuition. So how can he know? Either he had a previous experience in the previous life or the Lord from the heart is dictating. You understand? There is nothing called intuition. It's nonsense. Simply they say intuition. What does it mean? They try to avoid God by some word jugglery, intuition. There is nothing intuition. That means Lord is guiding. The Lord is always guiding the living entity, which we can actually feel more we are introvert. If you are like Hiranyakashipu or like Ravana or like Duryodhana, you cannot understand. But if you are introspective, you can always understand. Very good. Then how do you understand that the Lord, third aspect, which is the most confidential teaching of Gita, the spiritual world? Yes, Hare Krishna.
Because the suffering, Prabhuji, we cannot be happy here.
Very good, very good. Because we do not, no, the point is we don't like suffering. We want continuous happiness. Because you want continuous happiness, you can conclude because you had it. Just like on a computer screen, I show you an apple, okay? And you start salivating, like small children do. You show them gulab jamun, they throw saliva from the mouth. We don't, but we get attracted. That means you had that experience. No? You have eaten apples. Why you are so much developing propensity to judge? That means you had it. So similarly, we are looking for continuous happiness because we had it. You cannot say you have eaten apples. So when you see picture of apple, your mouth salivate. That means you had apples before. Otherwise, how do you know? What do you know? So I am looking for continuous happiness, but I am not happy in this world because this world is not giving me that. It's temporary. So wonderful it is. Okay? So what is that? So both Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagwan, vadanti tattva vidas, tattvam ajnanam advayam, brahmeti paramatiti bhagwaniti shabdate. So there is no question of actually any deficiency from Krishna's part. In the Bhagavad Gita introduction, Prabhupada says, Krishna's all arrangements are complete. His creation is complete, the Vaikuntha is complete, even you have all the facilities complete to go back to Godhead. You can never say, actually, the Krishna failed to make some arrangement. Like some people are always accusing, he did that, he did that, he did that to me. That's nonsense. That's a philosophy of playing victim. Who plays victim? An idiot. Nobody is a victim in this world. Nobody is a victim. He did that, he did that. There is no victim. Person is therefore very peaceful. There is no use. People want to play victim and derive sympathy and throw some tears. to fool some people. There is nobody victim in this world. There is no incompleteness in Krishna's plan. Visham Purna Sukayate. On this basis, everybody can be happy all the time. Even this world is a Vaikuntha for a pure devotee, not for us. We cannot see like that. Okay, so therefore now we understood. So therefore, Krishna's arrangement. So only incompleteness is our foolishness to keep ourselves away from the Lord. That is incompleteness. Our incompleteness is my own foolishness to keep away from pure devotion to the Lord. Suppose you say, I want a pure devotee now. Now, at this moment, I want a pure devotee. Yeah, Krishna is ready. So somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I want to completely surrender to you. So Prabhupada smiled. Say, I am ready. Are you ready? Yeah, we say all those statements. I have completely, word by word, surrendered to Krishna and Guru. Yeah, you can say that. Krishna and Guru are ready. Are you ready? We are not ready. We still cannot give up. Therefore, Prabhupada says, this conversation with Paramatma is not possible unless the heart is pure. Because Lord does not speak to nonsense. Like we see in the Mahabharata, Krishna was personally guiding Arjuna. Correct? Why did he not personally guide any other person? They are not qualified. Krishna doesn't speak to nonsense. Krishna speaks? Krishna doesn't speak to nonsense. Correct? So similarly, we saw Krishna did speak to Duryodhana. It was of no use. Krishna gave example. No use. The Radha sach bole mara lathai. People get angry when you tell even common sense to them. So what is the use? Keep silent. Krishna is silent. It's unfortunate actually when Krishna becomes silent in our life because we are mad. There's no use to speak. What is the use to speak? He is mad. So Krishna doesn't speak. Krishna chooses to whom he wants to speak. So similarly, first thing we should choose from where I want to take association. That is your choice. Every movement, you have a choice. Krishna says, Manamana, think of me. You have a choice. You have that power. You can think what you want to think. Correct? I gave mobile in front of you. You can choose what side you want to go. You can do that. You cannot say somebody is forcing you. Nobody is forcing you, sir. It is you deciding what you want to do. You have 24 hours in a day. As I said, 8 hours we should do service. It's my choice. It's my choice. I can sleep 22 hours. I can waste my time 22 hours. It's my choice. Nobody is going to force anybody. It's my choice. We only give guidelines. You want to be peaceful and happy, organize yourself 8 plus 8 plus 8, correct? We say so many times. Left to you. You want to do or not want to do? Left to you. You want to read Shastra every day 2 hours? Left to you. You can do that or you don't do that. It's your choice. Correct? So it's my choice. We cannot blame anybody. If there is any incompleteness in my spiritual life, who is responsible? I am responsible. Yes, I am responsible. If I have difficulties in life, who is responsible? I am responsible. Okay? So there is no incompleteness in Krishna's plan. It is only us. Okay? So now we were doing the Viraha Ashtaka. We'll go back there. Let us complete the meditation. A pure heart is showing separation. Now we were hearing Paramatma represented as an Acharya. So for us, Srila Prabhupada is there, but then Prabhupada gave a best example for everything. Okay? He also gave an example. Wonderful. Let me see. Yeah, it's there. We have done 2, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
I think 2 we have done, 6 more we. our Bengali reader is ready. Kuhu. You should be able to locate in the net somewhere in Bengali. But this is confidential. Don't give it to general public because Prabhupada did not personally propagate this. But we can understand. Okay, 1, 2. Second. Yes, third, we are ready. Yes. Chalo, start chanting.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। कृष्ण नामा उपदेशी तारा सर्वजने, সেই মন্ত্র দিলে তুমি করুণা অনুষ্কারে।
You instructed everyone you met to chant Lord Krishna's holy name. You showed the example by continually reciting the Maha Mantra into everyone's ears.
Yeah, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada did that. Not only that, before starting his movement, he chanted Harinama, Shatakoti Nama alone. Chanting 192 malas every day for 10 years, correct? So whenever we get time, suppose you don't have something to do, you're free, keep chanting, keep chanting. We keep thinking. Yeah, some thinking has to be done. Whatever work you're doing, you have to think. But suppose you're free from that, see what happens when Maya attacks, you will be caught in a weak position. Okay? So now it is nice, you had a nice sadhana in the morning, you're feeling refreshed, but you know Maya is extremely powerful. So any time in the day you are free, that is the time Maya gets a chance to attack. Or even it doesn't attack now, it may attack later, so you will be in a better strong position. And what is Maya? Maya means to make you forget Krishna. And then it gets into Gramakatha and then into sinful activities, whatever Maya can do. So what you are supposed to do? Okay? You are supposed to understand that I can just chant, no? Okay? Continuously. Actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said Kirtanaya Sada Hari. It doesn't say Kirtana over 16 round. Kirtanaya Sada Hari. All the time keep chanting. Yes. So he saw his spiritual master all the time chanting. He continuously reciting the Maha Mantra. Not only personally, into everybody's ears. Yeah.
মন্ত্র পরিচারিতে দিলা সবই অধিকার, মায়ারে প্রভাবে আজ সবই অন্ধকার।
You empowered everyone with the further qualification to distribute that holy name. But now, by the influence of Maya, there is only darkness everywhere.
So I can see only darkness. The Prabhupada is seeing that the mission of his spiritual master is destroyed. And he is feeling without the spiritual master presence, the once Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada was asked that you are preaching all around the world, but your spiritual master is just sitting in one place and chanting. So Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada said, he is the powerhouse, I am the bulb. Yeah, so what happens with the faith? Spiritual master carries faith, strong faith in Krishna. Very strong faith. So that's the difference. What's the difference between us and a pure devotee? Faith. Our faith is feeble, which is visible, because 24 hours in the day are there. I don't serve Krishna. I just do little my sadhana, then I forget Krishna. But a strong pure devotee, that faith is very strong in him, is continuously working to serve Krishna. Okay? So he saw after his spiritual master departs, the absence of the spiritual master means people start forgetting service to Krishna. He's feeling that, he's seeing. When everybody thought it's okay, when Srila Prabhupada also departed, or Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada departed, yeah, there are so many devotees, but we could not do anything, even one person compared to Srila Prabhupada was doing. Correct? So the faith is what makes things different. Okay.
ভজনা পরায়ণা হইবে নৃত্য গীতে করে গুরু পদে অনুসারী জগত নিস্তারে.
The souls truly attached to the worshipping of the Lord always sing and dance in joyful Sankirtana.
Okay, so now Prabhupada is saying how much the pure devotee, what is the nature of the heart of a pure devotee? He becomes very joyful upon hearing the holy name. Even Arjuna says that the word becomes joyful, my Lord, by hearing your holy name. Yes.
অন্ধকারেতে জন করে করে ভজনে সবিচারী করে সবাই ইন্দ্রি তর্পণে.
But those with no such qualification perform nirjana bhajana, so-called confidential worship in a solitary place. Thus acting whimsically, all of them actually remain absorbed in personal sense gratification.
So therefore, again I am telling 8 plus 8 plus 8 is important. If you are not doing service 8 hours, I am thinking no, I will imitate Haridas Thakur, I today 20 hours chant Hare Krishna, you will actually be doing sense gratification. You have no capacity. Be humble, be realistic. If I am not engaged, I will do sense enjoyment. Therefore always keep yourself protected, stay always in association with devotees and always be engaged in service. Okay, we have to digest. There was a sannyasi who made order in his temples, 5 hours everybody should read Prabhupada books. Even Prabhupada books. Prabhupada wrote, don't do this. It cannot happen. It's not practical, it is foolish. People can't do that. A formula is 8 plus 8 plus 8. That's practical formula. Okay? Otherwise, no, I am doing solitary worship. Prabhupada says, he saw how the Gaudiya Math collapsed. He said, some of my God brothers whole day will be holding the bead and chanting. See how nicely I am chanting. He'll fall down. He cannot do that. Be realistic. You are not at the platform of Haridas Thakur who can chant whole day. Be humble. I need engagement. I remember when he came to ISKCON, the only thing, Prabhuji, can I have some service? Can I have some service? And now I don't want service. Oh, why this service to me? What is this qualification? Then be ready. Then you do only sense gratification. Actually, a great savior. When I get opportunity for service to Krishna, it's a great savior. Because at that moment, I will not now do sense gratification. Rather, I am doing something which is a pleasure of the Lord. Continue, 5th.
নাইতে সমাচারে যে যতই মনুষ্য পাই হেই আনি ভারিয়া ভক্তি উপদেশে সব হইলে না সব ভরা.
As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.33.30, an ordinary soul should never imitate the activities of the Supreme Lord even in his mind. For those indulging in such imitation, the teachings of pure devotional service are all spoiled.
So you see, we did have, in our sampradaya, we do have two Bhajananandis, it is called, Goshanandi. We have Gaur Krishna Babaji Maharaj and Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. These two Babajis are there. Babajis mean they are continuously chanting the holy name. Don't imitate them. You cannot do that. Please do not do that. You need engagement. And all the day when you have in front of you, you should plan, how will I engage myself today? What will I do for engagement today? Okay? Along with your plan. True, first is always the sadhana, but second plan is service. Both should be there. What will I do? How will I be engaged? Okay? Some of you I have retired, So how will I engage myself all day? Extremely important. Not that I'll sit and read all day. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. You cannot do. Therefore, you have whatever opportunity, then ask some service, something I can do. No, I will imitate Gaur Krishna Babaji Maharaj. I'll chant 192 round. Don't do that. Be engaged. Be engaged. Okay? Yeah.
চুক্তি রহিতে যোগে বসাই ভাবরা সাজা সহজা বাপু শুদ্ধি তোমারা প্রচারে.
You preach that utility is the principle. One should act with detachment while using appropriate things procured by modest means in the Lord's service.
Now this is the revolution of Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada, is meditating on his spiritual master and his separation. See, we are not qualified to feel separation from Krishna now, okay? But at least in seeing the heart of Srila Prabhupada in separation from his Guru, Acharya, we can see something, we can get a glimmer. So Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada, one of the contribution is the Goswami said Yukta Vairagya, but it was practically implemented by Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada. He had even a car at that moment to travel around. He used to meet even the big British people. He was trying anything which is possible to establish Krishna conscious movement. Okay. So therefore he is saying utility is the principle. And we should not have luxury but utility. Modest means, honest means, modest means we live our life. Utility is the principle, and we have to act with detachment. Now suppose you are using car for your service, okay? Now in case there is no car today, you should be ready to walk. You should be ready to sit in the bus and go. No, how can I go? I had that joke once long time ago, one congregation didn't come to temple for 1 month. So I called her, why you not come? So I said, no, but the problem is that my car has gone to garage for repair, it is taking some time. So I said, okay, then why don't you come by auto? Prabhuji, I can't sit in auto. So we should be detachment. Anything I am ready to do. My principle is that, okay, some service, some facilities available, okay, not available, I am ready to do without that facility. Not that I start thinking, what is my status because I am sitting in auto, what will people think when they see me in auto? Gone crazy, who is going to see anybody? Isn't it foolish? I cannot come because auto I cannot use, but people will say if I use auto. My God, crazy it is, huh?
বন্দে কৃষ্ণ সেবা গৌরা গৌরা মন মাথা বিপ্রতে সাজায়ে আজীব সর্বত্র প্রকারে.
In such detached devotional service to Lord Krishna, each and every house would become a temple. But these days, wherever one looks, the exact opposite is evident.
So we do detached devotion service. They say, no, work is worship. Yes, you are doing working, but we are meditating on the fruits. That is not worship. You are not offering the result of the work to Krishna. In case any house, when you are working, just like somebody saying, I am studying, okay, how can I make my studies into worship? Yes, you are studying for what? No, I will get a job. So what you will do with the money? No, I will use for my sense enjoyment. So that study is not worship, it is only sense enjoyment. So similarly, somebody is working. So it's working. What is doing with the fruit? You should understand that fruit belongs to Krishna, not to me. From that I take little for my prasada, for my maintenance, but the fruit belongs to Krishna. Then work becomes worship and house becomes a temple. Okay. That's the difference between a house and a temple, no? In a temple we are working, the fruit directly goes to the Lord. Okay? But we are not doing that, then where it is temple? Take care. So similarly, house can also be a temple in case whatever you are doing, the result is offered to Krishna, it belongs to Krishna. What about the maintenance? Yeah, you can take some little. So therefore, you live simple life. Simple living, high thinking. Yes.
দুঃখী শ্রীলা প্রভুপাদা ভরাই ভাষারে তব হরি অবসাদা.
O Srila Prabhupada, you personally suffered to see the sufferings of the fallen conditioned souls. On this day of your separation, I am utterly despondent.
Okay, so this is a beautiful platform. I hope one day we can feel that. We feel pain in seeing this. We can first understand people are suffering. We do not even know people are suffering because Bhogashwarya, when we are desiring Bhogashwarya, artificially we have given it up. Suppose you have given up sweets because of diabetes and somebody else is eating sweets. Arey, to bada maje mein hai. So then we should not, spiritual life should not be like that. I am not enjoying, but others when they enjoy, Bhogashwarya prasaktanam taya apreta chetasa. Not only that, I am not enjoying, when somebody else is enjoying, you become disturbed, then that's not a good qualification. Why you are disturbed? Okay? Okay? I am eternal despondent. Yes, final. Okay, we go one more today. Yes, Mother.
Tadi siddhi hoi iha kichu tavo bhavo tavo bhakara bhaje bhasari prana ache se hetu prachari.
Everything regarding material prosperity and mystic perfection was fully present in your transcendental message when you said, because the residents of Raja have life, therefore they can engage in preaching work. Dushtamana 18.
Okay, so you said, because he used to say, who will preach? Who will try to get an opportunity to convince somebody who has life? Okay, only when we have life. And how do you get life? Follow the instruction, chant 60 rounds, follow regulative principle, what will happen? You get life, you get healthy, you are happy. And therefore you can convince other people also. And then when you are empowered for preaching, then everything, all mystic perfection, prosperity, everything, riddhi, siddhi, everything will be present. Yes.
Maya bhasat mitmika buddhi chakravarti vichare Maya muho pasa aaj hoy oila chhad khade.
The resolute intelligence, Vyavasatmika Buddhi, explained by Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti in his commentary on Bhagavad Gita 2.41, is now spoiled since your disciples have become ensnared in the bewildering noose of Maya.
So we can see that as what has happened actually. Okay? It has become lost. He is seeing that. He is seeing the situation. Srila Prabhupada is seeing in front of him what is happening. Vyavasayatmika buddhi, he can see it is lost. Because he can see his God brothers are, the sad part which he's seeing is, that's why this question, why did Prabhupada start his own movement? The Guru had his own mission. Because he saw the mission is actually broken down. Yeah.
Saka vistarile avai visai hoite paristite bhajine ashiyo gadile tate.
Those who are irresolute in performing devotional service as you instructed have divided your mission into many factions. The tigress of ambition for material fame and name appeared and personally provoked this upheaval.
You see that? So if we develop within our heart a desire for name and fame, then how we will serve? Even chanting 64 rounds, they were all chanting 64 rounds. So don't think just because I am chanting, I should not be introspective. You should be introspective. Because if these weeds of, Mana Puja Pratishtha develop within the heart, then what will happen? Utpadeti kalpate. Shruti Smriti Purana Adi Pancharatri ki Vidimbana Ekanti ki Harer Bhakti Utpadeti. You are doing bhakti. I am doing. But because I am not properly following the Shastra, I will create Utpad. And that happened to the Gaudiya Math. Yes.
Marma kache na pahile khana gaite kahote prabhu nama sankirtana.
The essential purport of your message obviously did not enter their ears. Oh, where will I get the strength myself to perform this Harinama Sankirtana?
Yeah, see, so suppose somebody gets infected, so we should become alert. So our business is not here to decry any organization, but business is we don't fall victim to the same trap. Okay, when I get strength to form the Harinam Sankirtana. Okay.
Naam gane নাম গানে সেই হইয়া শ্রী গৌরাবাণী ভজিলে ওই কথা সেতে সেতে নাহি মানি
To chant the Lord's holy name is the command of my worshipable spiritual master. I do not think it is right to disregard that order.
Yeah, so this is the first principle, and if this is done properly, other things will follow. Okay, so if this was done properly, suppose we do our, all the amangas, the devotion service. Most important is Sankirtan and our japa. So if we are participating in that honestly, automatically other things will disappear. But we have to be conscious also. Okay.
কৃতি পারা ধর্ম বিস্তারে মহামন্ত্র মানে এই তারা অধিকারে
Your greatest distinction is that you expanded the topmost religious culture. Anyone accepting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra from you becomes spiritually qualified.
Okay, so we properly chant the Mahamantra. All our Bhaksanda Prabhupada used to say, chant loudly the Harinama within your heart. All kind of unwanted things which he compares to pest, insects, termites, worms, there within our heart, they'll disappear. Correct? They'll disappear. Just like they say in allopathy, there are worm tablets. You take that, all the worms get disturbed. One tablet can do that. So similarly, the Harinama has the power to remove all so-called weaknesses which we discussed, which Prabhupada saw happening. Okay? So that can disappear just by chanting. Yes?
অধিকারে লেবে ঈদে সবে ফিসে করি তবে তো বিদুখিতে জীবে সমসারে নিবে
If all those who'd attained this qualification were to go out and make disciples, then the miserable conditioned souls will be delivered from the world of birth and death.
Okay, so that is our work. Everybody should try to preach Krishna consciousness, and then what will happen? The miserable conditions of the Lord, people will be delivered. Correct? People are not, nobody having information. Everybody is suffering, writhing in pain. Just like in a hospital, when the doctor enters, I don't know, particularly orthopedic ward, when you see, all are crying, somebody's leg is paining, oh. When the doctor enters, he should have empathy, he should have some compassion. Oh, how can I relieve them? If that is not there, then what is this giving medication? It's just drama. So similarly, if you can feel that people are suffering, then your instructions will be very powerful. Okay?
জীবেরি দরদে দুঃখী শ্রীলা প্রভুপাদা ভরিয়ে ভাষারে তব হরি অবসাদা
O Srila Prabhupada, you personally suffer to see the suffering of the fallen conditioned souls. On this day of your separation, I am utterly despondent.
I hope one day, if Prabhupada is giving glimpse how the heart of a pure devotee, just see, is feeling so much intense. Sometimes we really wonder. But Bhaksana Prabhupada had thousands of disciples, okay? Thousands. Why did he empower Srila Prabhupada to do this? You can see he is not favorite. Actually look at his heart. Look at his heart. It deserves to be blessed the way he was blessed, He chose to bless him. But you can see the qualification. He's saying, you're not there, I'm feeling so despondent. So pure devotee feels separation. In fact, when Ramananda Rai asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what is the greatest pain? He says, the separation from a devotee. We don't even know what he is talking about, correct? We don't have. We only have separation from sense objects. We have only a separation like that. We do not have a experience of separation from pure devotee. Prabhupada says, we were reading in the Bhagavatam just a few days, Prabhupada says, we should not even live in this world when spiritual master departs. My God, the pain is unbearable. And in fact, it did happen. Srila Prabhupada, what happens in families where somebody dies and we go, if you're not crying, people say, cry Baba, cry. Because they say it is even psychologically good to cry. Your pain will come out. Otherwise you will not be able to handle the pain. So, spiritually, to see, it is said, when you see a Vaishnava and you don't smile, you should not eat that day. It is so strict in the regulations. Why? You should be joyful on seeing a Vaishnava, but you're not. And similarly, you should feel intense pain in separation from a devotee, intense pain. We don't feel anything because we have to become devotee first. तब पता चलेगा क्या होते हैं. We don't know what are these emotions. So Srila Prabhupada is saying, I am feeling unbearable pain in separation from my spiritual master. ये हमारे लिए is good. We are feeling. It is nice feeling, but a long way to go. So when we become a devotee, just like we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing in ecstasy and fainting in front of deities, correct? Jagannath deity fainted, and many deities, including our Udupi, when he came to Udupi temple, he was dancing in ecstasy. So we don't know what it is. It is something. We dance in ecstasy because drums are played, just like शादी में लोग नाचते हैं ना, हम वैसे नाचते हैं. शादी में ड्रम बजते हैं, सब लोग बड़म 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 नाचते हैं. हम सोचते हैं हम भी एक्सटेसी में नाचे. आप एक्सटेसी में नहीं नाचे. वो ड्रम बीट में तो शादी में भी लोग नाचते, सभी लोग नाचते हैं. Even in the West, when rock music occurs, lakhs of people are jumping. So you don't think you are jumping in ecstasy. You are just jumping. Ticket is good. As sadhana it is good. Not that don't do that. It is good. But ecstasy the both. We are only experiencing the shadow. So similarly, the heart of a pure devotee, you are getting some examples here. How does it behave? And it is bewildering. How beautiful the heart, how golden the heart of a pure devotee is. Okay? So we are getting peep into the golden sweet heart of Srila Prabhupada. Isn't it? By seeing that, you can appreciate Srila Prabhupada more. But this is written, so definitely anything written is for our reading only. At the same time, this is confidential. It is not for public distribution because Prabhupada did not personally say, hey, publish that. He didn't say that. But it is written. Written is for reading only. We are getting peep into the heart of Srila Prabhupada. Isn't it, all of you? Anybody has any observation today? Anything to add? Something struck you here?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, one thing, see, whenever we are in the process of chanting or whatever, like, then we have to do it on the regular basis or you have to do it sincerely. What happens if you are doing on the regular basis but you are not sincere? Number of thoughts are going in your mind and all that. So I think that doesn't serve the purpose actually. So one has to be regular as well as sincere. Now what happens when you develop this quality, you have to activate somewhere, you have to act somewhere. Now some people say that they cannot get up early morning, but when they make it habit by some means, by putting alarm or by some other means, then it becomes a habit. Then what happens once it becomes a habit, then automatically it is going to be the auto process. It will come from the subconscious mind. Then you would not require the alarm also, or you would not require anyone's assistance also in helping you in getting up early in the morning. So this is what happens. So unless we are sincere and doing it on the regular basis, on the regularity, I think then the chanting and other thing will not, and you will not raise, and you will not be able to elevate yourself higher on the spiritual platform. So this sincerity and these things should come. That is what I feel.
Very good, very good. Very nice realization, yes. Anybody wants to add something else? See, the challenge is not to get up in the morning, the challenge is to sleep early in the night. That's the challenge. So 9, maximum 9:30 and at most 10, we should have closed our eyes. Okay? And the mobile and other media are thinking which do not allow you to sleep. Correct? Even psychologically it doesn't allow you to sleep. You want to know what is happening in what part of the world. क्या तुम्हें कुछ काम नहीं किया? Therefore I said yesterday, you should first put down what is my service today. And for that service, that should be the meditation. For that service, what information I need, I am interested. Otherwise, I am okay, fine. Okay, anybody else, any other observation? Today from Prabhupada Virha Ashtaka. Okay, chalo darshan. Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
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 Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
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 Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
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 Hare
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 Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
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 Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare Rama